One of the hardest things about the sugar addiction is because food is around you. You need to eat food. It's really hard to go cold turkey. If you're addicted to alcohol, people go cold turkey. Maybe they don't go into the bars anymore. Well, you can't stop going to the restaurants and stop eating because you're going to need food to be able to sustain your life. Hi, this is Anita from Reluctant Low Carb Life. One of the things I try to do on this podcast is to be honest. It's really hard when you're on a diet or you're looking to change your life. It can be a very difficult change. I will be the first to testify to that and how difficult it is. One of the things that's really, really difficult, and I think extremely difficult for most people, is sugar. And somebody asked online, I go online when I'm looking to write my blogs and I see what questions people are asking. One of the questions they were asking is, what is it like to be a sugar addict? And I thought, oh my goodness, I can answer that one. I know exactly what it's like to be a sugar addict. Sugar addiction is really when, you basically, you want to have all kinds of sugary foods and drinks, and you use it for emotional and psychological dependency. Maybe you don't feel good until you have a morning cup of coffee, or maybe you need a donut, or maybe you go past a certain restaurant. You're just like, oh, I have to stop there. They have the best ice cream. And, you sort of have this dependency with it. You think about it all the time. Maybe you go out of your way to get your sugary treat, where you won't go out of your way to do other things, like maybe get extra steps in on your on your watch, or to get your exercise in, but instead you'll go out of your way to make sure you can get that sugary treat. Maybe you're even willing to spend, 15, 20 minutes in a drive-through just so you can get your sugary treat. That is sugar addiction. If you find that you're addicted to sugar, don't be surprised, because really, they say 3 in every 4 people have some type of sugar addiction. So sugar addiction is really a real thing. And so, what are some of the signs of sugar addiction? One would be, of course, consumption of large amounts of sugar. Especially during these holiday times, many of us have consumed large amounts of sugar. I'm also guilty of this. And we will maybe be happy to eat the large amounts of sugar. Maybe we don't, like the foods as much as we like the sugar. Eating sugar, even when you should not. Even if your doctor's told you shouldn't, even when you need to lose weight, even when you have all these other reasons why I'm going to stop sugar now, I'm going to get off of sugar. That's a sign that you're addicted to sugar. Binge eating sugar. If you, sit down and say, I've had such a bad day, here I'm going to eat this, box of cookies, I'm going to eat this ice cream, or I have to eat this, candy until I'm finished with it, then I'm not going to have any other candy again. And, you sit down and you eat it all. Emotionally eating sugar. One of the main signs of it is that you're emotionally eating sugar. Maybe you eat sugar when you feel anxious or you feel a lot of stress. Maybe you eat sugar while you're working and you don't even realize that you're eating the sugar, because you're just putting the sugar in your mouth while you're working away. And suddenly it's like, wow, who ate that whole box of chocolate? Who ate those, bag of cookies? Did I eat those? And you didn't even realize that you ate them. So emotional eating is usually a sign that you have a sugar addiction problem. The danger with emotional eating is that it usually leads to weight gain and other health problems. If you suffer from sugar addiction, you should know that you're not alone. Many people suffer from this addiction. But the choice with any addiction is that you can decide if you'll break the habit or the cycle of sugar addiction and get the control back in your life. One of the hardest things about the sugar addiction is because food is around you. You need to eat food. It's really hard to go cold turkey. If you're addicted to alcohol, people go cold turkey. Maybe they don't go into the bars anymore. Well, you can't stop going to the restaurants and stop eating because you're going to need food to be able to sustain your life. That is one of the things that a keto and a low carb diet will do for you. It will help you to be able to curb your sugar addiction. Also, we have talked before, and I've told many of you that I'm a fan of monk fruit sugar, because monk fruit sugar, you can use it in many of the recipes and it tastes great. And, it can be a great way for you to be able to have something sweet without having something that is going to drive up your sugar addiction. If you're addicted to sugar, I just want you to know I feel your pain. I know it's hard, it's difficult, but we can all do this together. Thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate you. And thank you for being part of the Reluctant Low Carb Life as we have this journey together to discover about the low carb and keto lifestyle. And we all work together to try to become better at our eating and habits and other things. I want you to know that I appreciate you. If you have any questions, I'll put a link into this podcast about what it's like to be a sugar addict. And maybe you feel or you find yourself that, hey, I feel this way. And if you do, I just want you to know I feel your pain. I understand. We'd like to thank our team that puts us together and thank you, our listeners.